Hi everybody, it's Denny here from Handmade Papercraft. It is new release time over at Whimsy Stamps, and today I am sharing with you Penguins Decorate the Tree. This is an absolutely gorgeous image. It is a digital stamp. I have got it printed out onto some expressive blending card, and I'm using my Copic markers to colour it up. Now this is quite a detailed image, so it did take me a while to colour it in. I do have it sped up to about 8 times the normal speed, so I apologize if you wanted to watch this in slow motion. The video would have gone forever, so I have had to edit it and speed it up super fast. So I'm just working my way through. I started by colouring in all of the white areas, so all the penguins' bodies, like their stomach area and their faces, and then I'm going to go through and start colouring in bits and pieces of what I can get to. Alright, so I've done the reds, and I'm now just going to go in and colour all of their feet and their little beaks. I assume they call it a beak on a penguin. I'm not sure on that one, but we'll go with it. So I will always have the Copic markers listed on my blog, so if you're interested to know exactly what markers I did use, they will all be listed there. I did use my colourless blender there. Some of the red marker did bleed. I did have this image printed out. I can't even remember what size it was, to be honest, but I probably could have printed it a little bit bigger to show the colouring on the video. So it is a little bit small and very detailed, as I said earlier. So I'm going in now and colouring all of those black areas. I'm using all of my, I think I used the T's, didn't I? No, I used the N markers on this one. It doesn't matter whether you use the N's or the C's, they're much the same sort of blackness. It depends on the tone that you like, but I like my N markers at the moment. I do switch and change between what I like. So these are the colours of the day. I'm going in and colouring as much as I can with the same colour at the same time. Don't have any card in mind or anything like that at the moment, so I will wing that. Once I have coloured all the image up, I will start thinking about the design of my card. Sometimes I have a design ready in my head before I start colouring, but with this one, it was a super cute image and I was just excited to get it coloured up. So just working all my way through. Things are pretty good at the moment. It is a rainy, miserable day here in Sydney, Australia at the moment. It's been bucketing down for the last couple of days. I think the rain has actually just stopped for the moment, but it was raining this morning when I got home from doing the school drop-off. Yeah, so that's about it. There's nothing really exciting to tell you guys about. Yeah. So all I can do is talk about the card today. I'm going to be printing out some digital papers from Whimsy as well, so you can find all of those linked below this video and also on my blog. I will have the direct links to those. To begin with, this image may not be directly linked because my video sometimes goes live when I'm asleep, meaning I have to go in and edit it when I wake up in the morning when these images are actually live in the shop. But you can use the Whimsy Stamps link that I have below this video, and that will take you to the shop. And then if you go to digital stamps, up the top there's a little drop down, and then you click on November. It'll bring up all of the images that have just been released and this gorgeous Penguins Decorate the Tree stamp. I've really had so much fun colouring this in, you know, adding all those extra details in using my white Uni-Ball pen, and it was super fun to colour in. So I'm using that white gel pen to add some polka dots to that scarf on the bottom penguin there. I just thought it would add some extra detail. And then I'm going in with my Wink of Stella and colouring in a few bits and pieces. Just remember that if you use that Wink of Stella over the top of the white gel pen, it will pull that colour out. So I was just very careful of exactly where I was colouring. And now we're going to start on the tree, colouring in some, I'm going to do gold and blue baubles. At this stage I hadn't really decided exactly what I was going to do, so I went and done the tinsel while I was trying to figure that out. Now I am going to be using some green markers on the tree. One of my markers is running out a little bit and the other one is sticky, so I found out while I was colouring this image. So bear with me, it did take a little bit more effort colouring this image than what it probably should have with the tree, and I would have liked to have added some extra details in, but until I get those couple of markers sorted out, this was the best that I could do. So I really love the way the blue and the gold turned out on the tree though. It looked really cute. So I'm just working my way through getting all of those blended out, and now we're going to go in and start doing the tree. I do apologize. Sometimes I color right over the top of my image and it makes it a little bit difficult to get all of that recorded on video, but I do the best that I can. So I started by laying down the lightest image first all the way around those baubles, and I do realize that I missed that bottom section, so we're going to go in and do that now. The little tree skirt we will colour right at the end. I hadn't completely decided what I wanted to do with that yet. And now we're going to go in and start adding all of those dark areas in on the tree, and then we'll work our way through and get it all blended out. This video today is almost a 15-minute video because, like I said, it's taken me forever to colour this image in because of all of the details. I did just take off the top and bottom lids off this marker. It was extra juicy, and that's the best way to equalize the marker out and stop those blobs from happening. So at about 20 minutes into colouring this tree in, the last thing I wanted was a big blob of ink in the middle of my tree. So we are almost done with the colouring, I believe. I'm just going in and add some extra details and just fix up a couple of those baubles where the green has got onto the baubles, and then we will be done and we can start putting the card together. The papers that I am using today, like I said, they're digital papers. They are from the Great Outdoors digital paper. I did have some extras printed out from when I did my Hipster Cat card, which has also gone live with the new release. So getting all of that nicely blended out. I tried to add some extra details into that tree skirt with my Zero Colors blender, but it didn't really work, so I had to go in with my gel pen. Alright, this is all the Copics I used on this card. Here's the image all coloured up, and now we'll begin putting the card together. So I've got a Kucha Creations card base here. I'm going to cut down some American Crafts black cardstock for the base layer. I'm cutting the inside piece as well for the inside of the card. And I've got some digital papers printed, like I said, that's from the Outdoors paper collection, which I will have linked up. I'm going to run this piece through my Sizzix Big Shot, just using a stitched circle die. I just roughly cut it so it's a little easier to get it through the Big Shot. I do have my Gemini as well, but I don't have it set up at the moment, which I probably need to do. I moved all my desk around and not everything is all set up at the moment, so there's so much stuff on my desk. I really need to give it a good clean and work out what really needs to be on here. Alright, I've got some lowercase alphas here. These are from Papercraft. They are retired, so I do apologise. I don't have a lot of word dies, like alphabet dies, but these are some of my favorites. So I've run the hoe and through twice to get 2 of those words, and then I've run it through again using some red cardstock. All of these were just pieces from my little scrap container that I keep underneath my desk. I don't throw anything out, like bits that I know that I can cut things out of for this reason exactly. Like, it didn't take much to cut those words out. For the Merry Christmas, I am using the Whimsy Stamps Rudolph image, one of my favorite stamps. I'm not even sure if you can still buy it, but I'll link it up if you can. I just like this sentiment, so I'm going to trim that down and I'm going to banner it up. I just used a acrylic block to stamp that out into some Manfrotto Tuxedo Black. And again, this blue cardstock is just from my stash. I did cut 2 down. I'll pop one into my leftovers tub and use it on another card. And I just bannered this one up. I'm just having a play of where I'm going to exactly fit it on my card. I did actually end up sticking it on the left hand side, running down. Sometimes you know you want to put something on a card, but it's a matter of getting everything exactly where you want it to be. I'm using my Scotch ATG gun to adhere all of the pattern papers down to the cardstock. And with my circle, just quickly turning the circle as I go, it makes it a little bit easier to add that adhesive on. And now we're going to pop that image down to the left of the side. I didn't push it all the way down, as you can see here, because I wasn't sure exactly where I wanted it. And now we're going to have a play and start working out how we're going to have this ho 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 and the Merry Christmas on there all at the same time. just wasn't happening, but we will get there eventually. Alright, so finally starting to work out exactly where I want it. I'm going in with some Helma liquid adhesive. This is the acid free, and I'm just carefully wiping off any excess so I don't have a sticky card. Just remember that less is more with this liquid adhesive. You don't need very much at all on anything. And I'm just inserting it so that each of the H's is inside the next one up. And finally adhering that little sentiment, I just put it on the top so that it was still lifted up a little bit, and then I just carefully used my fingers to align it and then trimmed off the excess. Added on some details to the alphabets using the white gel pen. And then finally we'll quickly add some more Wink of Stella on to make sure that that star was extra sparkly. And the baubles, again, don't forget to be careful when you're going over the white gel pen. And then we'll adhere this to the card paste, just using that ATG again. And it is just about done. So I do decorate the inside of the card off camera. I do thank you all for watching. Don't forget to check out the new release over at Whimsy Stamp Shop. All the links are below. And I hope to see you again next time. Bye.